This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe, anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books and movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering Tales from the Crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote
And all
scripts.
right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 249. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff. I forgot what do I do?
Randall.
My name is Randall Holt.
You're not evil.
I'm not evil, but I'm handled that way.
There you go.
And I am not Blake.
Woo! Welcome, everybody. We are back in the Bob Studios after 3 weeks of being kind of off. We recorded episodes at the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Well, 3/4 of us did. And so now we're back in the Bob Studios.
We're always off.
That's right. We're, recorded off. So, yes, we are back and back to our regular format. Not that we really swayed that much, but still. But, Blake, welcome back.
Hello.
We've missed you.
Thank you.
Well, how was Iceland?
Cold.
How was your dog meat, or not dog meat, horse meat?
Didn't eat any.
You didn't eat any? Okay, let me ask you this. Did you eat horse meat last time?
No.
How much bacon did you have?
None.
Did you not spend $50 on bacon?
No.
You didn't bring your own bacon?
No.
You didn't, you didn't bring bacon to sell to other people?
No.
Did you bring a pig,
No.
a cow,
No.
a horse,
No.
chicken?
No.
Did you eat seafood?
Yes.
Did you eat a turducken?
No.
They're prevalent over there. They actually mate turkeys and ducks.
I didn't see that.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
John Madden taught me that. And you know what the best thing about a turducken is? You can cut it with your hand.
As long as you just saw it.
Look it up on YouTube, kids. John Madden sawing a turducken on Thanksgiving football game.
With his hand. Just the edge of his hand. I'm going to cut into this.
And
Wait, I didn't do that right. I'm John Madden, and I'm going to cut into this.
You know, when you cut into it, it cuts it in half. when you chew something up, you eat it. Boom.
You see this guy here? He eats a big meal, and he poops a lot.
You know, Tom Brady just threw a touchdown pass. That's 6 points. I don't know if you know that.
Thanks, John.
The Bengals, they're on a 14-0 run. It's not basketball. It's just 2 touchdowns, John. It's okay.
Thanks, John.
Pat Summerall was smart. He died. Well, you can have another year of broadcasting with John Madden. I'll die. Don't mind me.
I still think my favorite thing about Pat Summerall is that his name isn't Pat.
What is it?
I don't know, but Pat was just his nickname for point after touchdown since he was a kicker.
Really?
True story.
Really? I did not know that.
Cool.
So, Blake, anything going on with you?
I'm trying to remember how to do this.
Okay, well, for you, it's been like 5 weeks. So let me explain this to you.
A lot.
You talk.
Okay.
You ignore me.
What?
Good job. Okay. Step 1, you're back in form. Jim, tell him he needs to talk and give stories and talk geek stuff.
You should probably talk about what you did in the last few weeks, especially related to like geek culture, movies, television. Did you watch anything fun?
Infinity Wars.
Ooh, you saw it?
You saw both of them?
No.
Didn't even let Yeah! Damn you,
Okay,
Blake!
Blake, half of them die.
Damn it!
Well, I already knew that happened because 365 Flicks spoiled that for me.
They gave you 6 months, okay?
You know.
I did buy it on
whatever.
Blu-ray.
But do I have to watch it now that I know how it ends?
I would
And
say
who
you-
dies?
Half of them do.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But only half their bodies die, so it's just walking around halves.
Uh-huh.
They hop.
Yeah.
Not very well. Their equilibrium's a little off.
I
so
thought they
take
all
over.
get pixelated.
Oh, it's not pixels. Jeff, how you doing down there?
I'm alive.
Yay!
Better than the alternative.
I agree.
You look like you've lost some power.
Some
You look
power.
weaker than you did before.
Thanks.
He got his hair cut.
No, his beard. He got his beard trimmed.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's been a while since I've seen you.
It is very nicely cut. I like it.
I haven't touched it since I shaved it a month ago.
Let me explain this to you. I can't grow a beard. So it looks very nice to me.
His
You
beard.
know something. It's called the mange.
It is amazing. I got patchy hair, patch hair. Come out. That's been a month.
3 week? Well,
Yeah,
it,
his
was,
hair on the side of his head's grown back.
it was August 30th. However long ago that was.
A little over a month.
And that's how big of a beard. I hate you. I hate you. It took me 20 years to grow a goatee.
He didn't shave it all off.
No, but still, that's impressive.
I mean, it's a beard +5 down to a beard +1.
That's a Dungeons and Dragons reference.
I don't even
Jason.
know what you guys are talking about, and I realized it was either Lord of the Rings, and so I was just smiling, going around. Did you roll a die?
Not yet.
No.
Okay. So, Jim, anything new with you?
There is a new show that I have to watch.
Winona Earp.
While I'm watching Winona Earp, like in between episodes, on Netflix. I think it's called The Good Cop.
Good cop.
Yes, I was looking at it. I'm like, let's see what this is. It's a new one. Let's look at the preview. And it's about a younger cop whose father was a dirty cop, and this kid is like the strictly by the book cop.
Okay.
And they're played by Josh Groban is the young cop, and
God.
the dad is Tony Danza.
What is this on?
Netflix.
Is it a comedy?
It is a comedy.
Oh, okay. It is a comedy.
Yeah, I think I saw an interview with Tony Danza talking about his new show. I think his character's name is Tony.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah. And all he talks about is Alyssa Milano. It's pretty awkward.
Yo. She's only my
too.
It's only my. I got it now. You know, she's only my TV daughter, not my real life daughter. Tony, just stay away. Just stay away. I always was a Judith Light fan. I thought she was hot.
Alyssa Milano.
Mona.
No, she's got a great vampire movie out there
Embrace of the Vampire.
that I think she wants to forget, but not me.
Not me.
Embrace the Vampire. Great show.
Scene.
3 scenes. Not saying anything, but an hour and 5 minutes into it, I memorized that.
It's got
Great scene.
back on VHS tapes. You had to have the hour and the minute down to the second. You know.
Sir, you returned this to Blockbuster and didn't return it. You didn't rewind it. Oh, there's a reason. You're welcome.
I rewound enough. The next person running this will be happy with me.
You're welcome.
In fact, I put a stop in where you can't rewind it any further.
This first 56 minutes is just bad story. Don't worry about it. After that, it gets good.
Other than me, I went in and I grabbed a wonderful beer out of the fridge and
Yes.
I just drink that today.
What is that?
It is a Leinenkugel Orange Shandy.
Ooh.
Tis the season.
No, it isn't. So that's my down right now. In Cincinnati, it's 87 fucking degrees in October. It's
we're gonna have
ridiculous.
All of
50
Jason's Halloween decorations are melting.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I was wondering what I was tripping over as I walked through the front lawn.
My zombie has melted in the front. Yeah, it's 87 fucking degrees. Now,
We're
Fridays,
due for a 50-degree swing from high to low. I
which is
mean,
great.
50-degree swing.
Tomorrow's supposed to be 80, and then Friday is 58
Yep.
for the high. So if you're
The lows.
outside of the
32.
U.S. and you use the metric system, that is going to be 200 degrees Celsius, I believe. So that's how hot it is right now.
To 0.
Yes. I think I did the math right.
What is it on the Kelvin scale?
7 Kelvin.
Okay.
7. So,
7 kelvins?
6.
How can you find so many kelvins in one place?
Can't do 8 Kelvins. Can't do 8 Kelvins.
I don't even think I know one kelvin.
Benjamin.
Who?
Wide receiver for the
Chargers. Is he Chargers now?
yeah.
But do I know him?
Speaking of that,
No,
No, he's not with the Chargers.
Bills.
Bills.
Bills. Oh,
Buffalo
sorry.
Bills.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I'm not a big Kelvin Benjamin fan club down there. My bad.
He's obviously
Well,
not on your fantasy football team.
I was about to say this. Obviously, why we're beating you at fantasy football, but I lost to you.
3-2, baby, first place. Blake, how are you doing with your football with the Cleveland Browns? I've never seen a kicker knuckleball it through for a game-winning field goal.
It's the ugliest game-winning kick you'll ever see.
But it was a game-winning kick.
That's right.
Somehow. Let me ask you this. So,
Well, the Browns are must-watch TV. That's all I can say.
hey, at least they're
We could
interesting.
be 5-0.
You could be.
So
unbelievable.
there are 5 possible outcomes to a football game. The Browns have all 5 of them.
Correct.
They win in regulation, lose in regulation, win in overtime, lose in overtime, and tie.
And remember that one year we lost after regulation with no overtime.
How?
That's not this year. I'm
Yeah, it
talking
did.
this
No,
year.
no. Well, this was in the past. You know, Dr. Bednar can give you the exact
Oh.
gameplay. No, but I think it was against. Was it?
Was there an untimed play at the end of the game?
Yes.
Oh, that was against the Ravens.
That's still considered in regulation.
That was
No,
against the
it
Ravens,
was
wasn't it?
regulation had run out.
Yeah,
We
but
were tied at regulation,
But there was a penalty.
but after regulation we lost
the
with
loss
no
is still
overtime.
considered in regulation.
Let me ask you
time,
this.
though.
So the Browns.
Is the clock
did this-
running? No.
So a lot of anytime there's an extra point, the clock's not running.
So let me ask
That's
you
an
this.
extra point.
The Browns were playing the Ravens in overtime this week.
Yes.
On third down, or four, I think it was third down, the Browns go to throw it,
Yeah.
and your wide receiver literally gets knocked to the ground by two cornerbacks.
Jesus Christ.
And when my 8-year-old son goes, Dad, how is that not a penalty? And I said, here's Roger Goodell's Twitter. Why don't you ask him?
yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what.
I'm glad the
Even if it
Browns
was an
came back to
uncatchable
win.
ball, it's still illegal contact. It's not
Exactly.
pass interference.
It's not pass interference.
It's not
Yeah,
defensive holding.
Yeah, it's at least 5 yards and automatic
It's like-
first down.
but if you watch that game in its entirety, such as myself, Dr. Bednar, and Mr. Cool did, you would realize that I swear to God, the restaurant Vegas payrolls or something. The Browns had like 10 plus penalties for the entire game. The first Ravens penalty came with like 4 minutes left,
and only.
and only penalty.
Well, because the Ravens don't foul, though.
Yes, they do.
And Joe Flacco came out and was upset that penalty was called.
Yes, I did
Yeah,
see that.
exactly. But the
I
sad
didn't know
part
there
is
was only one.
they were missing false starts. I mean, it was unbelievable. I couldn't. I was like, how can I be watching this? And everybody else, even the announcers, made a comment like, I think Browns fans have a right to be upset about that one.
Well, they have right to be upset about the non-fumble the week before against Oakland.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I was just glad they won because if they lost after that no call, I knew we were going to hear about it from you about they just
so-
find ways to screw the Browns.
Well, yeah. Well, you know,
I don't understand how that wasn't a penalty.
Oh no, but it should have been. And I agree, it might not
May not be
might not be a
catchable.
pass interference, although
yeah,
I
because
think
the
it
ball
was.
wasn't catchable.
Yeah,
I
but
get
it's
it.
still not allowed
Still,
to make that
You can't
contact.
do that.
You can't just knock someone to the ground.
can't tackle a receiver.
You can't even tackle anyone today in the NFL.
Exactly.
Oh, you got Leech. Jim is playing with our new He-Man figure, Leech, courtesy of Chris Richardson. We do want to say before we get into this, thank you to Andrew and Cincinnati Comic Expo for a great show, for us, for our booth, and everything else. It was great. We had a lot of fun with trivia. You can go to our Facebook page at the History of Bad Ideas and do it.
Yeah. Thanks, Andy. I enjoyed it immensely.
There's a reason Blake wasn't invited.
Real quick, we also Greg, right? He was on our show a couple months. Well, now it seems about a month ago. His comic book Monstrous is going monthly now.
Yes.
You can pre-order it. I believe you can pre-order it now. I think it comes out this week or next week. I apologize, but yes, go to Monstrous. You can go to Source Point Press. and order it. You can also go to comic book. You can go to your comic book store and pre-order it. It's called a pull. But yes, I believe Amazon has all his graphic novels from earlier in the Monstrous series. Highly, highly recommend it. So go give Greg a little love there. Monstrous, you will not be upset. Robots and monsters like a Dr. Frankenstein era.
Yeah.
There's even a kick-ass bunny.
I remember that. I remember this part. That's called a plug.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a plug. Like your hair.
Yeah.
Like your hair.
I need to get some of those.
Mine fell out. So, besides that, what else you got going on? Jeff, you're kind of quiet. What do you got going on? Anything exciting? Any ups, downs?
Hockey started.
Woo!
NHL. Blue Jackets are going to win it all this year. Woo!
Jason, congratulations on a better start to this year's fantasy hockey season.
I won the first 2 games of fantasy hockey, and I'm 1 away from tying my wins from last year. It's a 44-game season. I was 3-40-1. But I won 3 of my last 4. So
Finish strong.
The sad part was I was the tie.
and I beat you this week. Oh no, that's fantasy football. Sorry, I beat you in fantasy.
And that was
football.
2 weeks ago. You beat me in fantasy
Sorry.
football.
I don't even know anymore. So okay, hockey started. Anything else?
I got a tetanus shot today.
Did you hurt yourself?
No, it's one of the precautionary ones.
Oh, okay.
You get so you don't have to get it later.
I got one a couple months ago for my physical. Those are not fun. I always feel like they hurt the next day.
Yeah, I'm looking
do.
forward. I'm looking forward to that tomorrow.
Okay, so you're going to be cranky tomorrow.
Which arm was it?
In my left arm.
Okay, I'll make sure I punch you tomorrow.
Thank you. You're not invited to wherever I'll be tomorrow.
Okay, Thursday.
Jim, anything new with you?
I can't guarantee because there wasn't a check next to his name on Twitter. But I think I got a new follower that came out of the blue. By the name of Dr. Sean Stasiak.
The wrestler.
A professional wrestler.
Well, I don't know about professional, but he was a wrestler.
I'm like, why did he follow me? But, oh well.
You mean professional performer?
Yes.
See, I thought the big get was one of our followers on Bad Ideas was the African American convict that was alive for 3 episodes in Walking Dead season 3. He follows us, and then he got killed. I don't know what his name was in the show or in real life.
In real life, you got killed?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's why he still follows us. Can't unfollow when you're dead.
I know which character you're talking about from the show.
Yes, he died over the little mobile home.
Yep.
So,
Speaking of deads, Fear the Walking Dead. You guys watch any of that?
I gave up on Fear.
Yeah, the entire season storyline was driven by Morgan, and Morgan was annoying.
He's always annoying.
Wishy-washy stuff. Yes.
He's my favorite
no,
character on the show.
Yes. No.
On
yeah,
which one? Fear or the
Should
regular?
I kill them?
Both.
I don't know. Should I?
No.
Okay, I'm going to kill everyone. Oh, should I have done that? Oh.
Well, even the antagonist was, not that exciting or scary. Just a little, weird, but, that was it.
Did you watch the new Walking
The
Dead?
whole antagonist in Fear the Walking Dead could have been wrapped up in, 2 episodes.
Aren't the antagonists zombies?
No.
They're just
window dressing.
They're just props to the main storyline.
So, did you watch The Walking Dead?
Yeah, I watched episode 1
Yeah.
of the season. I saw. It's kind of funny because when I got done, I was like, "Well, okay, it's the first episode. It's obviously time has passed.
18 months.
Yeah, and they're basically setting up the entire season for what's going to happen next.
So,
And I kind of understand that. I mean, some of the action was, with what's her name from the hilltop, Maggie. Mm-hmm. But I understood what they're doing. But in the next headline I saw the next day, because I'm like, oh, let me see what they wrote. It's like Walking Dead, the most boring show on TV. I'm like, it's the first episode. They're setting up the entire season.
yeah, but it's now going to turn into House of Cards.
Oh,
But here's my issue.
yeah.
So you're building this up, and Maggie's a badass. I love her as the elected official,
The episode ends with her
kicking ass
basically, putting her foot down.
to Rick.
No,
Well,
Not necessarily.
So,
I don't want
well.
to give any spoilers. I hadn't seen it yet.
correct. But here's my issue. So they're building this up, and Maggie's going to kick ass. She's leaving the show.
And yeah,
So
and,
it's like-
and everybody's busting their ass to help out Sanctuary, and they're like, well, no crops grow here. Nothing. Well, I got an idea. Split them up and move them out.
Yeah, I don't understand. You got 4 other locations.
Yeah.
Split them up.
If I remember correctly, the entire kingdom was wiped out,
Was it
except for a few people, except for the king and what's her name,
Pete? No,
Pete.
it wasn't Pete. Jerry. Jerry.
and big dude with the battle axe.
Jerry.
Fuck yeah, battle axe.
But my thought was the same thing. Okay, so the Sanctuary, nothing's growing. It's a desolate place. It's a warehouse.
Get people
Okay?
out of there.
Yeah, move them all out and
Move 'em.
build them. You can build houses and everything else.
But then again, I guess you wouldn't have drama if you listened to what we said and not what Morgan would do.
Well, and I
Or Rick.
did like it finally took them, 9 seasons, but they actually, fortified their lots. They actually built spikes and everything else. Like,
Yeah.
it only took 9 seasons, you fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah! Build moats around your fucking castle locations. You have bulldozers. Of course, they do have a lot of gas still. That's
Well, they are making ethanol out of corn,
that's true.
which El Heno would be upset about.
I saw that conversation on Facebook today.
down the hall, down the hall.
No, but
Well, I suppose when you wipe out 90% of the Earth's population, you're allowed to use gas and
Yeah,
fossil fuels.
it's true.
But it is interesting because they've gone from basically scavenging to they're kind of in the they were in like the
Kind of like-
caveman days a
kind of
little
like
bit.
back into a farming community.
Now they're in the medieval
and they
times.
made it a point to say, hey, we can't, everything within a day's ride has been scavenged.
Yeah.
You can't find anything anymore.
You have to go out farther
Yeah.
each time.
Or you find your own way to build something now.
Yeah.
They do have bullets though, thanks to Eugene.
Bridges are going
Isn't he
out.
dead?
No, he's still in it.
Oh,
He's making the ethanol.
damn it, Eugene.
You guys, I need to interrupt.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have not had a breath of silence for Scott Wilson,
Scott Wilson. Okay.
who
Who's
Herschel
Scott Wilson?
played Herschel in Walking
right.
Dead.
Oh, man,
He
Herschel.
apparently filmed some scenes for the new season
Yes.
before he died.
Yeah, it's Rick's it's probably when Rick's dying. He's going to see
These flashbacks.
Yeah, him and Shane, John Barenthal,
Really?
film scenes. Yeah.
Wow.
I thought he was
So,
going to come back as a zombie.
Grandpa and the Punisher.
My issue is, my thought is this. So the episode that Rick dies in. Sorry, he's dying this season.
Spoiler alert.
What?
Sorry.
He's not dying, he's just leaving the show.
No, he's dying. So
What?
It's kind of like Carl. Should we just skip the whole episode into the last 5 minutes?
Carl.
So we don't have to have one big flashback?
No, watch the. Well, here's what I don't understand. You're going to the Natural Museum of History in D.C., and you decide the first thing you're going to pull down from the stairs is this big ass heavy wagon over this glass floor, and you got other items coming behind it. I'm like, wouldn't you take the lighter items across
Yes.
first? But then again, you wouldn't have drama.
My question is this. Does no one know how to build a fucking wagon?
Yeah, what the fuck's up with that shit, man? In a canoe.
Yeah. How do you not know how to build a canoe?
Unless they want to put it in their own museum. I have no idea.
That was the only thing I thought was maybe they're trying. But it's like, why would you take that stuff? Why about paintings and everything else? And my thought was, why are we getting this fucking wagon across a glass floor?
I thought the only thing they needed were all the seeds.
Yeah, they got the seeds.
Yeah, because the old crazy garbage lady. It took me a moment to realize who she was when she has hair.
Yeah, I know. I
Crazy
didn't
garbage
realize that
lady.
either.
The garbage lady
But
leader.
did you see who was in the show now? Brett Butler, the comedian from Grace Under Fire. The kid that died, that was his mom. Do you remember Brett Butler? Why are you looking at me like that?
She talks a lot like this.
Oh, that. Yeah.
That's her.
From.
Grace Under Fire. She
I
was a
didn't watch
comedian.
that show.
Come on, Dave Thomas was in it.
I didn't care about the show. I'm just saying that.
Not the
Dave
Wendy's
Thomas.
guy.
Oh.
the
Great White North.
Great North, Dave Thomas.
Yeah, I got that.
He was in Grace Under Fire.
And the pirate from the Showtime series.
Dodgeball.
No.
No, that's Steve Zahn.
See, there's the Grace.
Oh, that's her younger and cleaned up.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Jason, would you?
Now or then?
I don't know. I don't know.
What if I told you you'd get your rocks off?
I hate you. Moving on. So there's
No.
Walking Dead.
Well, no, I also started Vikings, the Netflix series.
I thought that was a show that you watched earlier.
The Netflix based Viking show. I forget.
Norseman?
No, not Norseman.
I watched Norseman. That's kind of funny.
No.
Eric the Red?
No.
I don't know this Viking.
Is it really called Vikings?
Well,
that's
no.
the History Channel
It's,
show.
No, that's the History Channel show. I'll look it up when we take a break.
Okay.
Norseman is a Viking show on Netflix. It's a comedy.
No, it's
Really?
not that.
Yes.
It's a serious one. It's actually based loosely on history.
Wasn't
kind of
Vikings
deal.
based on history?
Yeah.
Yes, they drew. And there's actually some, crossover. Believe it or not, you're like when they start talking about characters
believe
and whatever. Yeah,
Do they bury the treasure on Oak Island?
I'll find it. No, not yet.
Okay.
I think that's in the season finale. But other than that, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is brutally funny.
I've not seen this season.
Oh
Anyone
my
seen
God.
it?
I have not.
I've seen one episode.
You're
How's the sex doll?
denying yourself. That's all I have to say.
How's the sex doll?
It's awesome.
Apparently, when It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia gets through with this, or the current deal they have,
Yeah.
they will be the longest running scripted comedy, live action comedy in television.
Really?
Yes.
I remember watching the first episode of that show and going, "What the fuck am I watching?" It was a very South Park type thing. Like, when after I watched South Park the first episode, I was like, "What the fuck am I watching?"
But I just heard that earlier this week. I went, "Damn, I didn't realize." But I mean, I think it's number of seasons, not number of episodes.
Yeah, was season 13 or
It's season 13, yes.
yeah.
Well,
season
whatever
13.
this current contract is written up to, I don't know.
The Last Kingdom. Sorry. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. Is it just one season?
No, there's actually several.
Is there?
Yeah. It started a couple years ago, but I've just gotten around to it now.
Is it older than Vikings?
No.
Oh.
It's obviously on the coattails of,
Vikings.
yes.
Gotcha. Jim, anything with you? Any other shows?
Well, I did see a preview for Oak Island where they find gold.
That was a button. It was a gold button.
Find gold.
Button.
It was gold leaf that blew in the wind. On
Teeth.
And it's in the new series, the new season.
Hold on. I may have forgotten to set my DVR.
It didn't start up yet.
Huh?
Didn't start up yet. They're just advertising it.
Oh,
When I
good.
watched Fortnite Fire.
Man, I was scared there for a second.
Jim, spoilers! They actually find something. Blake's been waiting 12 seasons.
I'm telling you,
By they
there's
find
something.
gold, he means the color gold.
I vacationed up there this year and threw gold.
Camera guys dropping shit through their pockets and the pants. Hey, what's this over here?
They're like, "Oh my god, we found gold!" They pan to the cameraman. He's eating chocolate from the gold. Gold coin. What are you doing, Steve? Nothing. No, really, it is gold. Really.
He's got chocolate in my peanut butter. Is that chocolate in his peanut butter?
I did see. We also want to give a quick shout out to Cincinnati Children's Theater. They're playing Superman.
And if you're still listening now, we are an adult-rated.
We are. Children's Theater was next to us at the expo. Great booth. Great people. We interviewed Superman. He played trivia with us. And so go to the Facebook page and see that. And October 9th through the 16th. I'm sorry, 6th through the 15th. October 6th through 15th. Superman at the Cincinnati Children's Theater, I think is the Taft Theater downtown. So go to Cincinnati Children's Theater if you're local.
Don't we have a review and listener feedback?
We
for
do.
that? Oh,
We do.
right. Something to look
Tickets are
forward to.
$30 for the bottom on the floor seats.
Yeah.
Balcony is $10. So there you go.
Children pay the same as adults?
Yeah.
Wow. Way to go, Children's Theater. Treat them like real people.
Did they send us any backstage passes or anything?
No, they did not. They did not. Very disappointing. Well, forget that then. No, don't go. Don't go. Yeah. Also, real quick, She-Ra came out with a trailer, the cartoon version.
The Princess of Power?
Yes. I think it looks cute. It looks funny. My 4-year-old daughter was going nuts for it.
As an adult male,
Well, I hope so.
You'd rather watch My Little Pony?
Oh, hell yeah!
We actually started watching the movie tonight, my daughter and I.
My Little Pony?
Yeah. It was actually humorous. She's getting into My Little
Is
Pony.
it Friendship is Magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Apparently, there's different My Little Pony.
Yeah, this is the Friendship is Magic group, and there was the one in the movie theaters. It's on Amazon right now.
Okay.
So my daughter, for some reason, has really started getting into that. At the expo, I bought a My Little Pony doll that she really wanted. So
It was sitting right next to a baby llama.
It was. I took the pony. Real quick, I don't know if you guys have seen much TV this season, the fall season shows. I'll do a quick synopsis. Single Parents. Anyone see that?
Nope.
With Taryn McMahon, whatever, the comedian from Saturday Night Live, used to be on it.
Taryn Killam?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kobe Smolder's husband.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Let me tell you, my wife and I watched it, and she's like, "Oh, this guy looks funny." It's about single parents, obviously. It's a comedy. It might be the worst pilot since Hitler became a next-door neighbor. It was so bad.
Worse than 9JKO, or whatever it was.
Oh, that was bad.
Or worse than Two Broke Girls.
Yes. It was worse than Two Broke Girls.
Are you going to give it 3 episodes?
No. My wife even said, no, we're done. And I was like, do you want to watch it? I got it, because I always do season just in case.
Yeah.
And she's like, it did nothing for me. And then like, we were talking about like 2 days later, I was like, that was really, really bad, like insultingly bad. She goes, that was horrible. And then like 2 days after that, I was like, I can't believe how bad that show was. And she's like, I know.
So it's that bad?
It is that horrible.
I'll give it a chance.
Just watch the pilot.
No, I'll watch the first season.
Okay.
You can't binge it, though.
I know. I'll go back and watch it on weekly. On
Kevin Can Wait. Kevin James says you should do it. If Jeff sat through a couple episodes of Kevin Can Wait, I think you can too. It's my mask. I love that mask. Let's see here, real quick. The Neighborhood. Cedric the Entertainer. He's like the patriarch of this African American neighborhood.
Max Greenfield.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying in it. But
He's kind of annoying in everything he does, but it works.
He was not annoying in Veronica Mars.
No, I didn't really watch much of
Okay.
it.
they're coming back for another season of Veronica Mars.
I heard that.
Yes.
I doubt Max Greenfield will be in it.
So here's the funny thing. Single Parents I thought had potential. Welcome to Neighborhood looks so bad, and my wife's like, "Why are you watching this?" I was like, "It's research for the podcast. I need to do this." I actually enjoyed the pilot episode of Welcome to the Neighborhood. There was some like,
It looks like it could be all right if you get past
all the stereotype jokes.
Yeah, the stereotypic premise of, oh yeah, we're different races and can't get along.
I feel like by the end they addressed that in the first episode, and my goal is like, I'm hoping the goal is second episode totally different. I'm hoping, and it feels like they're kind of like they addressed it and moving on. It looks like it's just like a happy-go-lucky neighbor and an old neighbor, like, having issues. It was better than I thought. I'll give that at least 3 episodes.
Can Cedric the Entertainer still call himself the Entertainer?
Hell, because he's not really that enjoyable.
That's what I'm
I saw him in Barbershop.
Were you entertained?
No.
He actually annoyed me in Barbershop.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
I'm looking forward to The Rookie with Nathan Fillion this week.
I am not.
It's not going to be good, but it's Nathan Fillion.
And like you said, Nathan Fillion? Are we supposed to believe Nathan Fillion's playing a 40-year-old?
I had ladies at work, spawn and fawn over 911, and then I see some of the commercials for the episodes, and I'm like, how is this a good TV show? These are the most outrageous,
Peter Krause is in it.
crazy situations that people get into.
Yeah,
But then it had Jennifer Love Me Hewitt, and I went,
Yeah, she took over for Connie Britton this season.
I'm like, okay.
Oh, she's too good to be on Criminal Minds. She had to leave that, but now she can join 911. Oh, look at me. I had a baby and have to leave the show I'm on.
She's got big boobs.
We did not watch Murphy Brown. I had no desire.
Oh, I saw the first 2 episodes.
Oh,
of
my
Murphy
God.
Brown.
Al?
I listened to about 2 minutes of one of her diatribes at the presidential,
Oh, the whole thing is her diatribes.
basically a diatribe at like a presidential press conference, and I was like puking. I was like yakking. I'm like, oh my God, please stop, turn it off.
Well, Jason, I'll put it this way. The character you loved so much, Miles, is terrible.
Aw.
Frank is terrible. Like the jokes that those two had were bad.
Like really forced.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like Kevin Can Wait forced?
Yeah. Well, those two.
I couldn't get over
Murphy. Is
I couldn't get over the amount of plastic surgery Murphy's had, or her face barely moves when she talks.
But she's very. her entire thing is just all political and
Pontificating.
And let's make fun of Trump jokes and fawn over Hillary.
See, that's the thing. So it's kind of like The Neighborhood. As long as it can get past that, it would be okay.
It might, but like I said, the other jokes were. I mean, Tyne Daly playing Phil's sister, taking over the bar. Mm-hmm. She was all right, and the guy playing Murphy's son is pretty good.
Okay.
But other than that,
Is her house still getting painted?
no, Eldon's dead.
Oh.
The actor passed away.
They
with
keep
it.
him mummified in the back.
I mean, did they have somebody else to paint
No,
her
they don't
house?
have anybody else there to paint her house.
Yeah, I enjoyed the original show. It was okay. And then when I saw what the premise was, I was like, this is going to be horrible.
Yeah, I liked the original show,
I
but
did too.
I watched the first 2 episodes, and they really.
Are you going to do a third episode? And
I'll give it a third to see if it's at least
changes.
gets away from let's just make fun of Trump every week. And it's like, Jesus Christ, I hear that all the time. I don't need.
And again, it doesn't matter where you
That's the
stand.
entire late night show.
Yeah, that's all Seth Meyers can do.
And it's not like we're for or against Trump. We're not taking a side.
But we're against Trump. Don't. I mean,
We're against all politics. we weren't for Hillary either. But anyways, it wasn't even that. It's just the low-hanging fruit. It's like, come up with something more creative.
Yes.
Manifest, did anyone watch that?
I have not, but I do want to see it.
I saw the first 2
It
episodes.
wasn't on my schedule.
They
get
come
it.
back after 5 years. The plane misses. They come back. They haven't missed a beat. It was okay. I liked it. I'm hoping that each week is not like the one person is a cop. She was a cop or a detective when she went missing on the plane. Comes back and she solves a mystery. The first episode, I'm like, oh, I hope this is not a mystery of the week.
Mystery of the week. Oh.
With a greater conspiracy behind it. I was like, Magnum PI was awful. I could not stand that show.
I boycotted that from the very first commercial I saw where Magnum PI is an action figure jumping in front of a car and gets hit but doesn't get hurt. He just grabs onto the grill after getting hit full speed, and I'm like, fuck this.
And I know the first part was in the novel, Jeff. I did that on Twitter. We were kind of going back.
Yeah.
It still was awful. I thought the acting was really bad.
I didn't
Magnum
think the
PI?
acting was bad. I just, like you said, it still was too over the top. Even with the fact that was just the storytelling fiction thing in the book that they were reading, just acted out.
Oh, is that what it was?
No, I think the one you were talking about actually happened in the show.
Oh, fuck that. I don't
I'll
wanna watch
stick with
the
Blue
Magnum.
Bloods.
Why not just watch reruns of Tom Selleck?
That's it. I'll stick with
In Friends.
I'll stick with Blue Bloods.
I'll stick with Friends. New Amsterdam.
I'll stick with Joss Stone or Jess Stone or Jesse Stone.
Jesse.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Joss Stone's a singer, isn't
Yeah,
she?
Jesse Stone was the cowboy one with him.
Those made for TV miniseries movies.
Jesse Stone, back for vengeance. After Matlock this week. New Amsterdam. Did anyone see that about the doctor that has a conscience and
No.
he's gonna solve the healthcare crisis? Yeah, it looked awful. Everything I knew was from Al Norton's Two Tebows Paradise, a great Facebook thing. He reviews a lot of shows and all that. He said it was one of the worst things he's seen because it's so badly written. And if he doesn't like something, I know it's a bad sign.
Yeah, Al tends to like a lot more things than not like.
Considering all the TV he watches.
The
He
only
needs
thing
2 TiVos.
The only thing I
Yeah,
recognize in that is the main star is from The Blacklist.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Anyone see A Million Little Things?
Yes.
With their friend? How was that? I got it on DVR.
It was pretty good. I have to see where it's going before I decide if it's worth sticking around with. But I saw the first 2 episodes, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's it's going to be people trying to figure out why their friend commit suicide when it seemed like everything was going right in his life and.
Did anyone watch The Mayans? Jim, did you watch Mayans?
what?
The Mayans, Sons of Anarchy.
Oh,
I have it DVR. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, so the pilot is good. The last 10 minutes, they give you like 3 curveballs, and I'm like, oh, way too many, like too much things. But if you give it like 2 more episodes, like I've gone through 3.5 episodes. The next 2 episodes slow things down, like in terms of like reveals and that. So I thought the first season of Sons of Anarchy was very up and down. I think Mayans is more consistent, and they're still building the world, but it is a whole different world than what the Sons was. You're working with the Mexican drug cartel, like Mexican rebels. It's really well done. But the first episode, like I was doing okay, and then like the last 15 minutes was like, this is who, and this is who. I'm like, whoa, okay, that's it. And then they do another review. I'm like, okay, let's calm the fuck down here, Kurt Sutter.
No, they got to get everything started, so.
And that's fine. It was just kind of a lot to take in the last 15 minutes. So, okay, anything else? Or we had a Twitter poll of the week.
Yeah, let's go to the Twitter poll of the week.
On Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. I can vote. After seeing the new Aquaman trailer, what is your reaction to it? More excited? Less excited? Never cared about it? DC films make me hesitant. Make me antsy.
Is this a first? Is 0%?
Yeah, we actually had a pretty good response to this one. 0% for less excited. So that's positive. They came out with a 5-minute sizzle reel, basically.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
I figured you wouldn't because you didn't want it spoiled.
Yeah, I plan on watching the movie anyway, so I thought, why do I need to see it?
You were on opening night?
I haven't decided.
Okay.
Those are probably the best scenes in the whole movie, anyways.
I know that was. Well, after watching it, you're like, ooh, that's really. 12% said DC films make me hesitant. I get that. 13% said never cared about it. And 75% more excited. That's a runaway hit.
Yeah.
Jim, did you watch it?
I watched it.
It looks good.
Yeah. Even though I didn't watch the trailer, I did vote in the poll.
More excited?
No, I voted DC films make me hesitant.
Black Manta looks damn good.
Yeah.
I like him. So I thought that he was. I don't know how he's going to fit. Like, he kind of looks goofy a little bit out of the water, but it looks good.
I think the chase scene was a little overdone in the preview.
If I have to see them go through another wall, the soldiers, they run through another. I was like, oh, they ran through 3 walls. And then they show another clip. They're running through 3 more walls. I'm like,
I'm
my
going to
God.
jump across between a building to another building and break through the wall.
Yes. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I'm worried about how the CGI underwater looks sometimes. It looks a little bit cartoony, like Phantom Menace. Not that bad, but
if it's on par with the Man from Atlantis, we'll be all right.
You mean Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
No.
Oh. What's
Patrick
Man from
Duffy.
Atlantis? I've never seen that one. Is it a movie?
It was a
TV
TV
show.
before
Oh.
Patrick Duffy was on Dallas.
Oh. Before he was on South Park?
Yes.
Oh, that was just his leg, wasn't it?
No, he was Scuzzlebutt's leg.
Oh, that's right,
it was all of Patrick Duffy.
Yes.
And who replaced Patrick Duffy as Scuzzlebutt's leg in the movie?
Oh, I don't remember.
Was there like cauliflower on Scuzzlebutt or broccoli?
He had broccoli as an arm and
That's what
Patrick
it
Duffy
was.
as a leg. That's what it was. Those are the scariest things Cartman could think of.
How does Aquaman swim?
Very carefully,
No, I'm serious.
like anyone else.
Are you sure?
Propulsion?
Because the Man from Atlantis swam dolphin style.
Well, he does do dolphin style, but that's something else.
Well, we knew that.
Come here, Aquaman. Not again.
I didn't put this 6-pack ring on you.
Dolphin too. Put a 6-pack ring on you.
I'm surprised that wasn't what was going through your head when you were doing it.
I don't know why. It just made me laugh again.
It took you 30 seconds to realize what he said, and
They de-aged Nicole Kidman in the trailer.
oh, I thought you said they DH'd her, like made her the designated hitter.
Yes,
And I'm like, that makes no sense to me.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to waste her because she's a little old, so in the field she's not real good.
she fought Frank Thomas in this trailer, so it was really well done. So there you go. There's your Twitter poll of the week. Let's do some listener feedback with Blake.
I know what that sound is.
Your paper going thump, thump, thump.
It's time
What does that stand for?
for some bomb listener feedback. Brought to you by Fake Facebook, because Fake Blake needs all the fake friends he needs. If you get a friend request from Fake Blake, please accept. And, you know, some things never change about listener feedback, even after I've been away for so long.
We're starting off with Doug.
Yes.
Number 1 fan?
Can't give yourself a nickname?
A-Pans.
Formerly known as?
Oh, he's not formally known as A-Pants because he has a shirt to prove it.
Oh, no. What did I...
You mean 7?
7. Yeah, that's his new nickname.
His nickname
What number
7?
are you on the list?
What?
On the T-shirt list?
I have no
He was
clue.
3.
Was he 3?
He's 3.
Okay.
Where is my T-shirt?
And the Dit Man was 4.
Oh, I got it over there. We got you. I'll get you at the break.
I think Randall stole it or something.
He might have.
He may have, actually.
He took home everything else.
I was re-listening to it while I was making sure everything was sounding okay. And I was re-listening to the episode. He got a lot of shit from us. Like, a lot of actual toys and that.
Well, Doug did give him a gift basket.
Yes. And for those that were listening and watching, if you were upset you did not get a Miss Cleo board game,
Wait till next year.
oh, we restocked. Oh, we did.
Does Miss Cleo know about this?
She's dead.
So yes, you can see everything now.
It comes with a VHS tape.
Oh, that's awesome.
And for the low price of $49, Jeff will transfer that to a DVD for you.
Awesome.
So
I can give you a discount, $47.
didn't see that in the
That
cards.
is nice.
If you email him using the code word Hobie.
Go ahead, Blake.
All right, Doug. He says, after the first weekend, I'll ask again. Will Venom make more domestically than Justice League?
I'll say no.
Justice League made $225.
Yeah.
In box office news in a little bit, Venom made $80 million, which was $15 million more than they thought.
Yeah, but
This
I don't
weekend?
Yeah, just
I could be wrong. I don't think it'll get to 225.
I think it would probably be. Yeah, I think it would be 150.
I think it gets over. I'm going over.
You're going over.
I think it might be over 150, but not 225.
Not
I know
225.
that rates 200.
I know. That's called a tease.
Ooh.
Next one from Bob. Just Bob. No handle, no nickname, no last name. Just Bob.
It's from the studio?
The studio is asking, yes.
Oh God.
No, it's not the studio.
The studio has become all knowing.
Well, it would be
Like the
kind of
Danger Room in the X-Men.
well, it would be kind of weird considering his question is this: if the Purge happened in the superhero world, what superheroes would kill each other?
None. They're all good. Superheroes are heroes.
Not all of them are necessarily good. I think Wolverine would kill other people.
If provoked.
Yes.
Or the Punisher.
Punisher definitely would kill a bunch of people. Yes.
He does that without being the Purge.
Yeah.
You mean
But it would be legal for him now, so he could kill everybody on his list in one night and not have the other heroes come after him.
I think it would be awesome if Jean Grey just walked outside and just turned everybody off. Everybody's
Like sexually off?
You know who would win? Oh wait, he's not. Second on that one.
Well, going back indoors. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, it's Jean Grey.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm turned off now.
No.
Wait a minute, I'm Sansa. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
No, I thought you were Famke Janssen first.
I don't think Famke Janssen can turn me off.
You know who's the new woman that plays her?
Sansa from, yeah.
You mean Ivana
Her
Humphrey?
acting can turn me off really quick because that acting was horrible in the last one.
It was not good.
Anyways,
Yeah.
moving on.
So there's your answer.
I think who would win? I think the answer is the Punisher because he's the one with the temperament to actually do it.
What about Deadpool?
No,
Okay.
I think Deadpool would be kind of like
What about Carnage?
like Freddy versus Jason, or Deadpool will just take his time and enjoy a kill instead of just killing everybody.
What about Carnage?
Carnage isn't a superhero.
Venom.
I still can't call Venom a superhero.
Can't call that a film. Oh no. It could be good. I actually thought about going to see it, but I didn't.
I thought about going this afternoon, but then I didn't get out of bed.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah.
It's because
Jean Grey wasn't in your bed, was she? Charles Xavier was. Yeah. You love that bald head.
Well, if it's Patrick Stewart, then I'm okay.
And Ian McKellen. You had to quote our new Supreme Court judge, you had a devil's triangle.
no, I don't think so. I think if it's three men, it's not a devil's triangle.
It's a drinking game. I like beer. You know I like beer.
You know, if I ever took any of my letters or transcribed any of my conversations in college,
You couldn't make the
I
Supreme
couldn't
Court.
make the Supreme Court
A
either.
better question. Who the fuck keeps a calendar? Wait, here's my calendar from 1982.
I have no clue.
Apparently, Kavanaugh keeps
Yeah.
the calendar.
I like beer.
I like beer.
You
I
watched
like
the
beer.
Saturday Night Live thing, didn't you?
Well, first I saw the actual testimony and his I like beer. Like, really? That's how you're going to respond to this?
Well, if I'm going to put a judge on the Supreme Court, he better like beer.
Better, that's true.
However, it better not be IPAs.
Anyway, so do you like IPAs? Yeah, they're great. No. You lost my vote. No. But you're a staunch Republican. Nope, no.
You literally gunned down 12 people and we were going to say yes, but you said IPA. Nope, you're out. I like beer.
That's right.
Okay, moving on.
From Beside a Geek Pod.
Canadian of the Year.
What, if anything, will burst the comic book movie bubble? I'm looking at you, Sony.
Venom.
I figured that's the easy answer.
That's the easy answer. I think more like Dark Phoenix.
I think
Which
more
bubble
like.
are we talking about?
Did you see they moved Dark Phoenix back again?
Yeah.
Did they? Oh, I
Okay,
did.
so they
They just released a new trailer.
and it said February 14th. Literally 2 days later, moving to June.
Holy. Well, that must mean.
Is that to
That must
not-
mean they think it could be a good summer Deadpool movie, right?
Sure.
Or
They
is
think it's
Game of
gonna-
Thrones supposed to be
It
done
was
by
supposed
then?
to come out in December.
Yeah, but I mean, they're moving it to the summer, so they must think it's going to be good. I mean, February is where you dump crap movies.
That'll get pushed to October.
And then never.
Well, yeah, that's where you dump the worst movies.
Yeah,
like
what'll get-
Venom.
I think it will get pushed to October. I think it'll be next year by the time it
Is
comes
that the
out.
over-under again? I'm going to say August.
Okay.
Damn, because I actually kind of got happy on that trailer. I was kind of like, oh, this actually
Really?
looks. I thought that trailer was better than what trailer were we comparing it to?
Aquaman?
No, I didn't see Aquaman trailer.
Venom? Sound of
Yeah,
Music?
maybe it was the Venom trailer. I just remember. So after that trailer came out,
I think it
people
was
were
Venom trailer.
comparing it, and I'm like, I think this looks much better than that one.
And we shouldn't hate on Venom just yet, because
No.
it's gotten decent reviews from fans. But
Not what I
our
read.
critics hated it. What's that?
I haven't seen a lot of good fan reviews about it.
It's got an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes with
Really?
fans. But here's the other thing. I don't care about Venom, so that's why.
No, that's the biggest thing is, yeah, the character of Venom never appealed to me.
What else you got?
Next come from Pittsburgh Nerd. Says, are you as disappointed as I am that we did not get to see the Hellboy trailer this weekend?
Yes.
No.
New York City Comic Con did not release it.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, then again, I'm not a fan of Hellboy.
Were they supposed to?
Yeah, that was a rumor. They said it's not much of a superhero film; it's more of a horror movie.
Oh, then I'm definitely not.
So
intrigued
take
by
that
it.
for what it is. But that's
I'll
what
put
they
it
were-
this way: me personally, I never got into Hellboy because I didn't like the original comic book, and I really dislike Mike Mignolia's art.
I agree with you on that.
So I could never get into the book or the story. I saw the first movie. I never even saw the Golden Army.
Golden Army was a lot more just action.
That's what I heard.
Ron
It
Perlman,
was
I
better,
still
yeah.
love. I love Ron
I
Perlman.
heard people say the Golden Army was better, but
Yeah.
I
The
haven't
Golden
seen it.
Army, it was a lot of action, and again, the visuals were really incredible. Mm-hmm. Again, well,
Selma Blair.
I'm intrigued to see the new one because I don't have to look at art. So that's good. And I like
well, and it's a preview for Scent of Water. The
the water movie. The
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. The Shape of Water.
Shape of Water.
I like the scent of water better.
The Shape of Water. Since that character is exactly no the
Ape
shape,
Sapien.
yeah.
I want to see Al Pacino play the ape sapien. Hoo-ah! Get me out of this fish tank! Hoo-ah! Son of a fish!
The Scent of Water.
You do
Smells like fish.
Hoo-ah! Who wants some fish tacos?
Wow.
Where's my Keanu Reeves?
Well, you know that Al Pacino will sign on for anything because he did Geely.
He also did the Adam Sandler one, Dunkachino.
Oh, Jack and Jill.
Yes. Here's my Dunkachino.
I never watched it.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, I saw that trailer. That
So
scene.
you're saying Jack and Jill won't be on your top 5 list tonight?
It will not be on my top 5 list tonight.
Now I really want to see Al Pacino's in the Scent of Water.
I'm an Adam Sandler fan.
I don't know how.
And
but
then
yeah.
when I see, like, okay, Jack and Jill. Nope, not going to watch it.
Chuck and Larry?
I saw Chuck and Larry. It was pretty much after that. It was kind of like, yeah.
Little Nicky did it for me.
Will you marry me? I'm wearing my Kevin James mask. Come on. Am I Chuck or Larry?
Should I punch him in the throat?
Punch him in the Kevin James mask.
I will kill you off like Kevin James kills wives off in his TV shows.
Oh, great. I'm going to be replaced by Leah Remini.
Do you know about Scientology? You're gone. You're not even down the hall. Just get out.
Actually, can we replace Jim with Leah Remini, please?
Wait a minute. Better idea. Jason? Replace Jason with Leah Remini?
Change approved.
There you go. Change approved.
I'll just let you guys in the Bob Studios.
I got voted out.
My wife would be like, "Don't you have something to do tonight?" Nope. Did it already. I let them in.
It's like,
Kind of like on South Park when they kicked Cartman out of Coon and Friends, but still used his basement as headquarters. And kept the name Coon and Friends, even though they kicked Coon out.
And, of course, Butters was in prison the entire time.
they said, who's that? Did I just see Leah Remini walk into your basement? Yeah, she replaced me. Oh, okay. Hey, did I just see a slutty-looking Leah Remini go down? Yeah, that's Remy LaCroix.
Leah Remy LaCroix.
Hey.
Hey,
I'm just happy I ruined the...
tapings took 4.5 hours. They did 8 minutes worth of work.
I'm just happy I
Did we
ruined...
go that long?
It changes her up-down segment.
Or up, down segment.
I don't know, you guys.
Hey, Children's Theater, thanks for listening tonight.
I don't think I'll be tagging them in this one. Could be why they haven't responded to our 6 emails.
We got one back. It was a cease and desist. Quit saying us.
Please stop promoting us.
You should see the degenerates that show up to our shows because of you.
One guy kept saying, "I'm not 7. I should be higher."
It was Doug and Kevin.
That's from City Explorer. I'm just here to rate it. I give you the 9.5 out of 38. I don't know what that is. Welcome back.
Yeah,
We'll do that one next week because we gotta pull those up. I'll get the names.
so that's how disappointed we are in Hellboy. All right, so Randall Holt.
We were talking
skipping
about
that one.
We were talking about Hellboy. Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued, but I really like the first two.
Go to
Hellboy, that's where that started from.
go to Jeff's friend.
We're going to Nick Albright.
Albright.
Yeah, he says.
We are out of sync. We don't even have music this week.
Well, yeah, I wasn't ready for it. You made me skip Randall.
Yeah, we don't need your music effects.
No.
Randall.
Now he doesn't even know what he's doing now.
No.
He's out of sync. Hit the reset button.
Jeff, your friend Nick. Albright is here.
Says Jeffer Buffer. Cage match. But there's no Nicolas Cage in this question.
Oh.
Well, they kill him first, I
So
assume.
Jack Ryan versus Jack Reacher versus Jack Nicholson in his prime. The Jack Off, sponsored by Jack Daniels, who pulls it out and comes on. All right, any children's theater people are still listening. They're gone now. I mean, if they were still hanging around, giving us any hope.
October 6th to the 15th.
There it is.
So this looks like it's a
jack-off.
face-off here? A jack-off.
It's a jack-off.
I'm going to say Jack Reacher pulls it off. Jack Nicholson, even in his prime, is still just an actor, where the character of Jack Reacher is a trained military kill machine. And Jack Ryan, although is a good spy, just would get his ass kicked by Jack Reacher.
You
So
kept saying Jack Nicholson, the actor. I kept thinking, isn't he a golfer? Nope, that's the wrong one.
That's Jack Nicholas.
Well, if Jack Nicholas was in this, he'd get killed too.
In his prime.
In his prime. Oh, the Golden Bear.
Golden Bear in his prime.
Yeah, but who's the drunk guy? The drunk
John
golfer.
Daly?
Yeah, I think he would win against all of them.
But he's not Jack. He's not allowed in the
you
Jack
give him
off.
enough alcohol, he's going to be Jack.
Jack Daly.
Jack Daly. So to answer your question, Nick, Jack Daly wins.
You, sir, are no Jack Daly.
Yeah, this reminds me. I forgot to talk about Preacher, by the way.
I'm 11 episodes behind.
It was good. You'll enjoy it. Watch it.
I'm 3 seasons behind.
Watch them all. Well, actually, skip 2.
Skip 2. That's why I wasn't
Yeah.
too excited about third, but I wanted to.
It is good. All right. Anyways, listener reviews from Kevin at Cincy Explored Roar. It says my review of Venom: positives, solid performances by the cast, excellent CGI of Venom and the other creatures. Negatives: script seemed rushed, no real surprises. Overall, 5 out of 10. That's a B plus, right?
I don't even
It's
know.
better than Rotten Tomatoes score. It would have been better as a summer flick.
It would have been 8 out of 10 if it was a summer flick.
Well, we got Dark Phoenix for that.
No, it's going to be a Christmas
You
next year.
mean a summer glow flick?
Oh, Summer Glau was at the expo.
Blake
I know.
wasn't.
Well, there was that restraining order.
From Andrew.
I was talking about summer.
Oh, sorry.
I sent her some pictures. She wasn't impressed.
I don't even know. Anyway, moving on. What else we got? We got another one.
Sean at Pittsburgh Nerd. My take on Venom. Meh.
That's going to be on the poster. That's a B plus.
That's a B plus.
The best 3-letter review ever.
Unless see that in the TV commercials. See Venom. Sean from Pittsburgh Nerd says, meh.
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 Or see that on the poster. Sean, Pittsburgh Nerd. Meh.
No. It would be all capitalized with exclamation points.
Kevin's would be 5 out of 10.
B plus.
It's better than the Rotten Tomatoes score.
That would be on the commercial. Just better than the Rotten Tomatoes score. Yay! What else we got?
From Doug, he said, we saw Superman the musical at the Children's Theater of Cincinnati.
Apologize, guys.
They kicked me out. No, he actually said it was very enjoyable. Lois.
Hello,
Oh, and Superman did a great
Lois.
job.
They
Hello,
got
Superman.
it
Sorry.
on.
3 thumbs up. No, it says 2.
Two
Sorry.
gorilla thumbs up. So
2 big 8 thumbs up.
That's like 14 thumbs.
that is the highest honor.
That's 2 Harambe thumbs.
I'll be honest, I'm really regretting the email I sent to the Children's Theater saying that we're going to be plugging them this episode.
If you're listening, we should put that in the show. Put that in your show
You
notes.
send an addendum to the email and says, do not listen. We do not recommend you.
Do not let your children listen.
I really regret that email.
That should be the first line in our show notes. Children's Theater, do not listen.
That's my title. Oh my God. Let's talk about Professor number 1.
Listen next week, we promise.
No, we can't promise
we
that.
can't promise that. Professor number 1 at Dr. Number 1, who was, he's not allowed to go to the Children's Theater from what I understand.
He's not allowed to come here.
What was the best cosplay you saw at the Cincinnati Comic Expo?
Superman from the Children's Theater.
Yes.
Like, what did you see at Iceland? What was the best cosplay you saw?
No, I was going to ask you guys, hey, how come you guys didn't take pictures of all the sexy comic book girls?
We took pictures of sexy comic book men.
ladies.
No, we took pictures of bounty hunters.
You got a lot of bounty hunters.
Bosk, Dengar.
No, honestly, that Aquaman woman.
There's a woman dressed like Aquaman, and she was pretty damn good at that. She was, what, 6'2", maybe?
Yeah, maybe
Was she buoyant?
Stop it.
Yes. But she was annoyed that people wanted to stop and take pictures with her.
Yeah, this woman, like, she had the greatest. It was a really damn good Aquaman outfit.
Yeah.
But she was getting a little upset that people kept asking her to stop. She's like, I got places to go. Well, then don't dress up.
Put on a robe.
Like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles robe.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles robe. Here, I got one for you. Oh, okay.
So, my second favorite was Jim walking around the expo with a Raphael.
Yes.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles robe that we got in the $100 mystery box. Let me tell you, get those mystery boxes. Next year, we're going for $200. I can't back that up. We're going for maybe $75.
Yeah. The 100 might have been too much. The robe was really the only cool thing in it.
What are you talking about? I got a Thanos head in my laundry room.
Exactly.
You got stickers.
I got stickers. I haven't even put them on my computer yet.
The best part is that my wife got freaked out when she walked in and saw a giant Thanos head. She's like, Jesus, you really warned her. I did.
And Doug got a squishy.
Randall got a mug.
Yes.
So I feel like we all won.
Yeah. Well, even the cops, when they had to escort Jim out of the comic expo with him wearing nothing but the robe.
I did my best Flasher impersonation.
Also, congratulations to Kim Brock
He said,
for
who
winning.
am I? I'm the Flash. That's not how this works.
Congratulations, Kim Brock, for winning the Municipal Brewery Tour and tasting. She was the winner and gave her the information, so she is good to go.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Way to go, Kim.
Let's do some news of the geek.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
I have to say, it's good to be back. It's good to be back.
It's good to be the king.
It is. Let's see here. This is for Blake. By Variety. I got a source right. As HBO
Rarity.
It's Variety.
But it's via.
Oh, via. What did I say?
Via.
Variety.
Bye. Oh.
Yes, to all of those. As HBO continues to tease a return date for Game of Thrones, some cast members continue to drop possible spoilers, and others are lining up projects for the future. Variety reports that Peter Dinklage, the station agent, has signed on to both star in and produce a Rumpelstiltskin film for Sony.
Nice pronunciation there with Rumpelstiltskin.
Thank you. The script is apparently still in the works. That's a good sign. And there is no word on the tone that this adaptation shall take.
It'll be dark.
Over the past 2 centuries, since first surfacing in A Brothers Grimm tale in 1812, the Rumpelstiltskin character has taken many twists and turns, while spinning straw into gold and at times being portrayed as a misunderstood or slightly manipulative figure, and other times appearing downright horrific. He was in ABC's Once Upon a Time with Robert Carlyle. Thank you. Using the imp as a means to mostly annoy and antagonize the other characters. I never saw Once Upon a Time, but that's a good way to use that character.
I like the character in the show.
The first season of Once Upon a Time was probably done right. Mm-hmm. And then every subsequent season after that, till I at least stopped watching it, it just seemed like they were losing their direction every season, yeah.
Given that Dinklage has signed on, one can guess the story arrives with an edge, possibly with darker motives than one normally expects from the character.
I expect incredibly dark motives from Rumpelstiltskin. He's stealing people's babies, for Christ's sake.
Yes.
Variety notes that Dinklage has other projects to come as well, but Sony has put a priority on production, so hopefully it will be soon.
Priority is in quotes. I'm not sure what that means in Sony.
Well, it depends. Is Amy Pascal doing it?
We have a priority.
There's no script yet, but it's a priority.
We got a priority on Venom 2, so that's going to be in there. We got a priority on the script. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
You're saying Venom is going to be in Rumpelstiltskin?
He's going to help steal babies.
I would pay to watch that. Well, maybe not pay. See it
I'm
free.
saying you're not paying to watch Venom 1.
This is my favorite one of the week. Welcome back, Brendan Fraser. Deadline reports that Fraser has been cast as Cliff Steele, a.k.a. Robot Man, in the upcoming live-action DC Universe series Doom Patrol. The series will be produced by Greg Berlanti and Warner Brothers TV. Steele is a former race car driver that suffers an accident and leaves his body unable to be used. Isn't this Cyborg? Pretty
Kind
much.
of.
His brain is saved by Dr. Niles Calder and placed in a robotic body. Fraser will provide the voice and appear as Steel in flashbacks. Riley Shanahan will play Robot Man in the physical form using a full body costume. Well, I hope so.
Yeah, he's just going to be himself. He looks like
I am a robot.
The series was written by Jeremy Carver and stars April Bowlby, Diana Guerrero, and Hovian Wade.
Jovian.
I like Hovian.
Hoovian?
Yes.
April.
The synopsis is Doom Patrol is a reimagining, as always, of one of the DC's strangest group of outcasts: Robot Man, Negative Man, Elasto Woman, and Crazy Jane. I like that name, Crazy Jane.
Crazy Jane.
Led by the Mysterious Calder, they're called into action by the ultimate hero for the digital age, Cyborg. Oh, Hovian Wade is playing Cyborg.
Jovian.
Whatever. Sorry, Ray Fisher. Banding together, these rejects find themselves on a mission that will take them to the weirdest and most unexpected corner to the DC universe.
Gotham. Metropolis.
You know what?
Star City?
No.
I don't want to pay for it, but that is DC's lining up some a fair amount of TV shows. They got this. They got Star Spangled Girl, or what was the one that I talked about a couple weeks that I really liked.
Yeah, I forgot her name now.
Stars and whatever that one was.
Yeah.
And then they're doing Titans, which doesn't look good. Don't get me wrong, but
I think it looks better than everyone else is saying.
I hope it is. I still think Nightwing would have been a better series.
I agree with that.
They also announced another TV show over there, and then they're also doing a new cartoon. Oh, they're doing Young Justice, another season of Young Justice, which got rave reviews the first 2 seasons. So I mean, they are doing a decent amount of stuff. So good for them.
And they're putting all the old stuff that they have the rights to.
Yeah, there's. I did read a review because it is out, the DC streaming system now.
Oh, it's out already?
Yeah, it is out. They said it's good, but they're slowly working their what they have rights into it. Like the Adventures of Lois and Clark is in there.
Ooh.
But they said they don't have everything. Batman the Animated Series is all in there. All the cartoons are in there. All the cartoon movies. And
George Reeves Superman show?
I believe that is in there. And also, any comic book from DC is in there, too. So you can actually read the comic books.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that ain't bad.
I think it's $6 a month.
That ain't too shabby if you've got access to all their back catalog. Like, you can read them on, like, an e-reader type thing? Wow.
Yeah. Anything, or a phone or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you can log into.
Oh, that ain't bad at all.
And it's tempting to get.
Will Disney do that with Marvel books when they release theirs?
Well, I am probably...
charge more.
Well, Disney did say they'll probably be between 5 and 7.
No,
and then
I mean,
they'll slowly.
they'll charge more for certain content, probably.
You think tier it up?
Yeah.
Okay, because they're already doing that, where you can subscribe and read any of the back issues you want. I was just hoping that would be
I
included.
didn't think
if
about
you
that
got
with Disney.
Yeah, they probably won't then.
That would be kind of cool. DC's tempted. I just don't want to keep paying for a different app or a different, streaming service.
Oh, I understand.
I got Amazon and Netflix. And I think officially I'm done with cable next year because I'm going to get the Disney streaming service.
Yeah.
We'll still have TV, but not the cable.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I understand. We were really talking about cutting the cord. The biggest problem is the way we watch television. We pretty much DVR everything and then watch it.
Could you do this with Hulu, though?
Live sports.
We tried to do Hulu, like we did their free week or whatever, and it just didn't work to our
What about YouTube Red?
satisfaction.
Or YouTube TV?
I haven't tried YouTube TV yet.
$40 a month. So it is kind of like cable, but you get unlimited DVR.
Unlimited?
It keeps any show for 6 months. So you gotta be able to watch
you
it.
gotta
in
watch
6
it in
months.
6 months. Well,
But
I still
still,
have
I
some
mean,
things.
It's a lot of pressure.
It is.
But it's a lot of channels, and you get all the local ones and that. Just an option.
I'll just put it this way: Artivo works great. There's a button you just push one button and it skips the commercials on most things we record.
That's nice.
Where like on Hulu, you had the fast forward option was not always working, and if it did work, it wasn't good. So you were spending too much time trying to find where the commercial ends to get back than it would be just to sit through the commercial.
We've actually talked about, my wife and I, about put an antenna on the like a small one, have it professionally installed just so we can get, because they're not expensive. Because my issue is out.
You mean a digital antenna?
Huh? Like a real antenna for the whole house. A TV antenna. The reason The reason is, like, I've tried antennas from, like, Amazon and that to hook up to my TV.
Yeah.
The reception out here is horrible.
That's what you
So-
get for living in the sticks.
It is true. I mean, that is true. And I've sent 3 back, and, like, my neighbors have done it professionally, and it's like $150, I think, $200 total. But it's like, and their reception is great, so it's like, well,
So it turns your house into an antenna?
yeah, it's like
for
the
the
old
most
school
part?
TV antennas. Not as big, obviously, but they can put it in your attic, actually. So
Yeah,
Is it like
you-
real big, but you
No.
just hide it inside?
you can hide it inside. I don't think it's that big.
it's like a flat panel.
Yeah, because
Well, I mean-
I've tried those too, like the ones you get on Amazon, but
It's like a phased array radar. No, but you need that stuff if you want live sports, and this is the problem that some of my friends have come across when they've cut the cut the
Cut the
cable
cord.
or the
well-
dish. You know, they can't get the live sport events, and it makes it even tougher. Like if it's on TBS, for example, like
yeah.
baseball playoffs.
So
Well, I will say you got those channels on the Hulu app, that
correct.
the Hulu TV or whatever. It got most of those channels.
That's why I like you.
I mean, live sports means you're probably got a 2-minute delay versus if you
because
watch
Hulu
it.
has live TV now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we tried the week free trial.
how much
and
was that?
It was a week free trial.
Well, no, I know the week free trial, but how much is live?
I think it was about
week.
$40 a month.
It was
Okay.
free.
Because YouTube has all the channel, like it has 50 channels.
Yeah, I think Hulu and Hulu's probably similar to what you saw on the YouTube.
It was interesting. Let's see here. Finally, Power Ranger. Fuck that show. Let's go on. Let's see. Let's do a quickie. TV Line reports that Sony is developing a reboot of Jim's favorite sitcom,
Yes!
Designing Women, with original creator Linda Bloodworth Thomason, which might be one of the best names, next to Nick Blood.
No, it's not.
The series originally ran from 1986 and ending in 1993, but it's forever in Jim's heart. It followed 4 women, Dixie Carter, Delta Burke, Annie Potts, and Jean Smart, who worked at Atlanta, Georgia design firm Sugar Baker and Associates. Meshack Taylor, you didn't think I was going to say that right, did you?
I knew you would. I've heard he's one of your favorites.
Played assistant Anthony Bouvier.
Bovier.
Bouvier.
Yeah, you fucked that up, though.
Anthony, I know is a tough word.
I know.
It is unknown if any cast members would appear. Why wouldn't they?
Well, because they're dead.
But Carter and Taylor died in 2010 and 2014. Burke and Smart were replaced by Julia Duffy and Jan Hooks in season 6. I forgot about that. Judith Ivey replaced Duffy in the following season. They got rid of everybody, almost. So,
Not
Jim,
Annie Potts.
Annie Potts.
how excited are you for this show?
I mean, almost as excited if they did another Delta Burke remake First and 10.
I do remember that. That was on cable, wasn't it?
Yes.
Wasn't that with OJ?
I think he was in that.
Like at least the first season or something?
Is that with Lyle Azedo? Oh, no, he
No.
was in the other one that was not Saved by the Bell. I get that one.
No.
He was in a wrestler one, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That he was a wrestler?
I don't remember that.
He was moonlighting as a wrestler.
Sure.
So fine.
How excited am I for this?
Yes.
It's just a rehashing of an old show. Let's get some original ideas, but actually no original ideas exist anymore. So, yeah, might as well do Designing Women again.
Do Designing Women, but call it something else. I don't know, Designing Men.
Oh, do an all-male cast.
I was
Yeah.
about to say the trend was to switch gender, so yeah, make it all.
Do an
men.
all-male cast and have the secretary as a woman.
Okay.
That won't go over well.
Okay, who's your all-male cast?
Ooh, next week.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do a...
Arsenio Hall is mine. He's in there.
Gotta be all 1980s actors.
I like it. Tony Danza plays Tony. Tony Duffy.
Bruce Willis.
Let's see here. And that's it. So there you go. Let's have a promo from one of our friends.
Do you like movie reviews? How about true crime stories, celebrity interviews? Well, you won't get any of that here. I'm a stay-at-home dad with 4 boys and a night job. I don't have time for all that crap. What I do have time for is browsing the web for weird and idiotic news stories. Then I bring my favorites to you every week, along with my own weird life lessons and favorite podcast recommendations because, hey, sharing is caring, right? So subscribe to Odd Dad Out in Apple Podcast, Google Play Music, or your favorite podcatcher. And follow me on Twitter at Odd Dad Out and add a little weird to your day.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Okay, we really don't have bombs to speak of, do we?
No.
Like everything on this list is making money.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, because number one is Venom at $80 million in its opening weekend on a $100 million budget.
160 million worldwide or 150 million worldwide. I'm not against it. It's just I don't have much appeal for it.
Yeah, I'm not the person who they're trying to get to. Well, I probably am the one they're trying to get. I'm not the one who's normally inclined to go watch Venom because I never liked the character anyway.
They're trying to get women to watch it because it's Tom Hardy.
They said Carnage is in the second one, obviously, and they're going to stick to a PG-13, which is a bad sign. With Carnage, you need an R rating.
Number two, A Star Is Born made $41.5 million on its opening weekend on a $36 million budget. Go Gaga!
Anyone interested in this?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it looks good.
I'm not saying it doesn't look good. I just would you pay for it in theaters?
I thought about it. I thought about going to the movie today, and if I went, I would have saw A Star Is Born.
Okay.
It may or may not appear on my top 5 list.
Barbra Streisand is a comedic actress.
No, I'm talking about this one.
Oh, sorry.
Apparently, Gaga's father is played by Andrew Dice Clay in the movie.
Really?
That's what I heard.
Huh.
Okay, it's not going to be on my list. I didn't see the movie, so I can't make my list. But I was going to be an honorable mention.
Okay.
I don't know. Number 3, Smallfoot made $15 million, a total of $43 million on an $80 million budget. I suppose that's the closest thing we have to a bomb.
Speaking of bombs,
I expected more out of that, actually, with a kids movie and everything. I just expected more.
But there wasn't much publicity, but there's not many other kids' films out there right now.
Well, the house with
Well,
the
that's
last
because
one.
kids are all going back to school. They don't need to see movies.
Yeah. I will say, instead of Smallfoot, Son of Bigfoot was released on Netflix a couple weeks ago. It's a cartoon. Oh. If your kids make you sit through it, it is a horrible film.
My kids won't.
When is Netflix going to give us money to make something?
Well, I think we have to actually come to them with a proposal.
I think we're big enough. They should be coming towards us.
Bigfoot is actually the kid's father. Spoilers. He flees the evil corporation he's working for because they're using him as a test subject to grow hair back in people. And it went wild, and he has a gene that makes him grow lots of hair. I don't know. It was awful.
Well, that would be great, because then they can use him to harvest hair for wigs.
Well, that's what they were trying to do, but they weren't doing it in a very nice way, and God, it was so bad. Okay, moving on. Sorry.
Number 4, Night School made $12.5 million, a total of $47 million on a $20 million budget.
Yeah.
That's Kevin Hart.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And number 5, The House with a Clock in Its Walls made another $7.5 million, a total of $55 million on a $42 million budget.
Just enough to pay Jack Black.
Yep.
He made $7 million.
I know Jack Black's one of your favorite all-time actors.
Loved it. This one doesn't look horrible, though.
I don't know. I think it looks interesting.
This might make my top 5 list tonight.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, because I haven't seen that one either.
Kate Blanchett's in it, isn't she?
I don't know.
I think she is. What else we got, Jeff?
Oh, apparently Kate Blanchett's not from Australia.
No, she is not. Anyway, moving on.
Inside joke that no one else but Jason gets. But upcoming October 12th of 2018, we've got First Man.
It's a biopic on the life of legendary American astronaut Neil Armstrong from 1961 to 1969 on his journey to becoming the first human to walk the moon, exploring the sacrifices and costs on the nation and Neil himself during one of the most dangerous missions in the history of space travel to be fake taped in a studio.
With no American flags.
Capricorn 1?
Jason, I can't believe you just were making snoring sound effects while talking about one of Ohio's greatest citizens of all time.
George Voinovich?
Dude,
no.
Get out of here.
I'm sorry, was this about his adventure from Milan to Minsk? Is that what it was?
We're not talking about Rochelle Rose.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I would pay to see Neil Armstrong go from Milan to men.
It's good old Ryan Gosling, and apparently they are already talking Oscar buzz for the movie.
Does he take his shirt off? Because then I'll watch it.
Yes.
Oh, God, his ass.
On the moon, too.
Rips his shirt open like kind of Superman, but
Yeah.
doesn't get the abs. Just his oiled
Anti-gravity.
chest.
Anti-gravity abs. Oh, those are the best. You stroke them up, they go down.
Also coming out, we have Goosebumps, Haunted Halloween.
Can we just call this colon not Jack Black anymore?
Yeah. We don't need Jack Black to sell Goosebumps.
I don't know why he was in the first one. That character.
They didn't want to pay paying $7 million.
Exactly.
And Halloween comes to life in a comedy adventure based on R.L. Stein's 400 million selling series books. That's it. That's real good. Yeah.
And we also have Bat Times at the El Royale.
What?
Well, I think it's supposed to be Bad Times, but
Hackney!
So
Intern Hackney needs to step it up.
Is Bat Times anything different than Bad Times?
I can't find anything on Bat Times, but on Bad Times at the El Royale is 7 strangers, each with a secret to bury, meet at Lake Tahoe's El Royale, a rundown hotel with a dark past. Over the course of one fateful night, everyone will have a last shot at redemption before everything goes to hell.
Does this sound a lot like Identity to you?
Yes.
No, it's actually a sequel to Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh, in a hotel. I thought it was Identity mixed with Demon Knight, the Tales from the Crypt movie where they're stuck in the hotel. I'm actually off Friday this week. I'm thinking about actually seeing this movie Thursday night.
With Chris Hemsworth, Dakota Johnson.
No, I'm not going with Chris Hemsworth.
You're not?
No, his attitude really annoys me.
John Hamm. You going with him?
Oh, I'm going with John Hamm though.
Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, I'm going with him.
I'm going with Nick Offerman.
Oh, good call. Yeah,
Nick Offerman's in the movie?
Yes.
Oh, I'm there.
not with Jim because Nick's with him.
Oh.
You can take Chris Hemsworth. No, I might go see this Thursday night.
All
Oh,
right.
it's fun.
Buy or sell? In the stock of the careers of Tom Hardy. He is currently trading for $122.77 on the Hollywood Stock Exchange. Comparison, Sebastian Stan is running at $115.72. Will you buy or sell Tom Hardy?
If Tom Hardy is compared to Sebastian Stan, I'm buying Tom Hardy.
I agree. Blake, who are you buying? You buying or selling?
This is rough, man, because I like Tom Hardy a lot. But I don't know. You're supposed to sell high and buy low.
So you're selling?
I'm probably going to go cash. I'm probably going to cash in.
Okay.
I think I agree with Blake. I have a feeling Tom Hardy is at a height, a peak. I think I'll dip down before maybe making a run in the future. But
The problem is you can actually recognize him in this movie.
So you know who he is. So we're split on that. What's next?
next we have Lady Gaga. She's trading at $42.12.
$44.12.
Lady
What did I
Gaga.
say?
42.
I misspoke.
The $2 is a big difference.
It actually is. At 42 I would buy, but at 44 I'm selling.
Okay.
Her comparison is Sally Hawkins at $47.19.
Doesn't Sally Hawkins seems like the most generic name for a person?
Every time I see it, I think it's Sophie B. Hawkins.
I think it's Sadie Hopkins.
Sophie B. Hawkins.
Anyways, are we buying or selling? I'll buy Lady Gaga.
I'm not sure how committed she is to acting, so I'm not sure if I want to buy at 44 for someone who I don't know if she's going to just then turn around and go back to her singing or if she's committed to movies.
If I would have thought ahead and bought on September 25th, I would have. Or September, that's when her IPO came out.
What was that at?
It doesn't say what the IPO is.
7.
But it's down 37 cents today.
Oh, sell. I'm selling. Blake, what are you doing?
I'll tell you what. If there's a good movie to break her into where she doesn't have to do a lot of acting except sing and dance.
But like this one right here?
Yeah, like this one. I think it's a good stepping stone to further movies, and I wouldn't put it past her.
Okay.
Because after all, she did wear a dress of fresh meat.
I'm
going to buy on that.
I'm buying because they said the conversation she had with
Cooper?
Yeah,
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper, where Bradley Cooper told her that you're an actor, and she looked at him and said, "And you're a singer," and they came together and
they are now one super singer actor.
And now they have now she is in a top movie, and he has like the #1 song on.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah.
Oh God. Please help me.
Picture them as a transformer turning into the giant gun.
Super singer actor.
Okay, move on.
And we're talking Bradley Cooper. He's currently at 137.02. Comparing that to Chris Evans is 150.75.
I'll buy Bradley Cooper just for himself.
I think that's a little high for Bradley Cooper.
I'm selling.
Yeah, let's see what's.
I'm selling across the board
That's
today.
it.
You are. You are.
Bradley Cooper's trending down a little bit today, but he's got a.
I'm still buying.
I will buy because he still has another Avenger and another Guardian of the Galaxy coming out.
Okay.
Well, you think this whole conversation about Lady Gaga and them getting together and hooking them, all that kind of stuff, kind of reminds me of Gwyneth Paltrow and what's the lead singer from Coldplay?
Chris Martin.
Chris Martin.
Oh, yeah, I love
remember,
the Game of
they have like what? They have like 2 children together.
Apple and Moses.
And they say, we're not getting married. That's an outdated concept. We're coupling.
And then
we're going to uncouple. But the next guy, I'm marrying that guy. Boom, she's married to the guy next. It's like, if you're...
Oh, she's married?
Yeah, if you're the Coldplay guy, you're like,
Coldplay guy's like, I so missed a bullet there.
What? Hold on.
Well, I'm like,
As soon as they would say, I'm coupling, I'm out.
I'm just wondering if she's worth more than him, and he should have married her so he can get the alimony.
I'm going to say yes.
I don't know.
What was the last good Coldplay song or album they came out?
Well, there wasn't a good one, but they sold a lot.
I was going to ask you, what was the first good one?
I'm just saying,
it was yellow.
Is what she did.
I hate Coldplay.
I don't hate Coldplay. I enjoy Coldplay, to be honest.
Well, they do like to play
I understand
the same.
why people hate them, but
I like hot plates.
If you can, they're pretty genius if you can play the same note over and over again and make an entire song out of it. It's pretty ingenious.
And Coldplay, Chris Martin did try to write the Game of Thrones the musical. You have not seen that, have you, Blake?
No, I have not.
It was about 3 years ago on the Red Nose Day campaign. They had a...
Is it kind of like a spin-off of like Rosencrantz and Guildenstern?
No.
Actually, who would be the Rosencrantz and Guildenstern in Game of Thrones?
Peter Dinklage.
No.
Side characters that...
Yeah, side characters.
Rami and Hot Pie?
You probably could.
Hodor?
Or what's his name? Keep rowing. Yeah.
Gendry?
Gendry, yeah.
Hot Pie and Gendry?
I think Gendry's
came
going to have a
back.
bigger role.
I think Gendry's
That's true. He
too
came
big
back.
of
That's
a
true.
character to be a Rosencrantz.
Oh, no, the chambermaid. The chambermaid that was to Sansa. Then she was to, what's her name? Then she was the chambermaid. She was chambermaid to, what's her name? Who married Joffrey's little brother from High Garden.
Oh,
Yeah,
her.
Yeah, they actually did a new.
Tyrell,
They actually did it.
Marjorie.
Yeah, Marjorie. They actually did a article on that. That's the same chambermaid for all 3 ladies: Sansa, Tyrell, and then Cersei. And her hairstyle changes with each. So like, yeah, okay. There's one of them.
I think that's too minor for Rosencrantz.
No, but she's the only minor character that hasn't been killed off and has been in the entire series.
Okay, there you go. There's your box office.
All right, sorry for that tangent.
We're on Tangent Bound Network and Nerdly.
Yeah, Jason writes reviews. Where's your Venom review?
My Venom review, no. But I will be having my Black Lightning review on nerdly.co.uk. It'll be up tomorrow, Thursday. So just to let you know, Black Lightning's back, baby.
And Doug gave his review on Twitter today. Still sucks.
No, he sucks. Tangent Bound Network. And we're also on WeBeGeeksPC.com every Wednesday.
Danger Entertainment.
And Geek Life Radio, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central Time every Friday.
Mohole.
And Mohole Radio. Check us out. Great top 5, Jeff. What does that stand for? What's your top 5 this week?
Oh, I was like, what does it stand for? It stands for we do a list of 5 things.
There you
This
go.
week it is top 5 best performances by comedians in serious roles.
So,
5 best performances
number 1 fan Doug
by comedians.
is awesome on his research. He texted me, he goes, are you sure you haven't done this one before? So I did go through our website on Libsyn, History of Bad Ideas, and I did search for it several times, different words. We never did a top 5. We did talk about it. Like a couple minutes, but we never really gave a top 5. And I think it was something, I forget what episode it was. I forget the number right now. But I believe part of it was, hey, we should really do that for a top 5 next week, and then we never did.
Well, us not follow up on something we said we're going to do next week?
Rare. It's rare.
What are the chances we'll do the Golden Girls thing next week?
Designing women.
Yeah, that too.
Moving on.
Jason, why don't you start this week?
Number 5 for me. Performances by comedian series role. This is from Bob, one of our listeners.
Bob.
Number 5 for me is, I had to think where it's at. I did Michael Keaton as his turn as Batman.
I thought you were going to say Mr. Mom.
He was a comedian, Mr. Mom. He made it serious in Batman. I really liked the original Batman. Second one was awful, and then it just got worse. But I thought he did a really good job with it. I enjoyed it.
Second one wasn't awful. Second one had Michelle Pfeiffer in leather suit.
Awful.
Second one was good until they had penguins with missiles strapped to their backs.
And he was running for mayor. Remember that part?
No, I don't remember the penguin in the movie at all.
Cobblepot.
Cobblepot.
I remember Michelle Pfeiffer in the movie.
Hell yeah.
So that was my number 5 is Michael Keaton.
So was my penis.
Blake, what's your number 5?
My number 5. Okay, good, because it said roles, and since I told you I lost my, show outline here, I put number 5 because it really wasn't a movie. I was thinking they had to be movies, so I picked them for movies. So it could be TV. All right, so this was basically a mini series by Oliver Stone in 1993 called Wild Palms. Sorry. Mm-hmm. So and it starred Jim Belushi. Yep. And I remember at this early time, Jim Belushi was still a comedian, still doing a lot of.
This is even before According to Jim.
Yeah, still even before According to Jim. And it's kind of ironic. I'm now going to have to go back and rewatch this TV show, 20 plus years later, because it dealt essentially with TV, multimedia, religion taking over, government and people and all that kind of fun stuff. And I'm like, wow, this is.
And find out that it became true.
Yeah, almost exactly. And then how there's like a
damn you, Oliver Stone, for predicting the future.
Yeah, exactly. Oliver Stone was still making good. Started off making good things. Good stuff. And so I really like the fact that he understands that there's like this plot and there's like this division between what they call the fathers and the sons and
the Holy Spirit,
the whole thing for control, basically for
our souls,
yeah, but well for your just control
our money. Oh,
yeah, 1984ish, yeah, and kind of like for your soul too.
Okay, Jim.
Okay, that's a good segue because I'll go with one Oliver Stone thing to another one.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Jamie Foxx in the Oliver Stone movie Any Given Sunday, playing Still Steamin' Willie Beeman.
That was my honorable mention.
And then he also did Ray.
I like Any Given Sunday.
I do too.
It's over.
It's well over the top.
Yeah. And the Dallas team in it might have the ugliest uniforms known to man.
The Dallas Crusaders.
Yeah, with the giant.
Oh, those are terrible. Yeah,
so bad. Jeff, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is from a film As Good as It Gets. I'm going with Greg Kinnear.
Oh yeah.
That's when he kind of broke out into doing some dramas and whatnot. And
Autofocus. He did that afterwards.
yeah, I didn't see that one.
That was good.
Helen Hunt.
Yeah, well, Helen Hunt had the best performance in the movie, but Greg Kinnear had a good performance, and it's like, hey, this guy can do it professionally.
Helen Hunt, white shirt in the rain.
What's your number 4, Jim or Jeff?
My number 4 is Dead Poet Society with Robin Williams.
Bastard.
That's an honorable mention for me.
What number is that for you, Blake?
It's tied for number one.
Only
Put on
tied.
board.
Yeah,
Put on
because
board.
he hobied it.
Of course. I'm back. I got a Hobie.
I know some people are say that movie's not quite as good, but his performance in that movie was excellent.
I've not seen it in a long time. I think I wonder if it holds up.
And a bunch of younger actors who went on to become good actors.
Is it better than School Ties?
You know, I've never seen School Ties, so but it's got to be. Yeah, it's got Brendan Fraser in it, so it can't be that good. It's
Good thing there's a table between.
got a Ben Affleck in it.
Is it better than
Two
Taps?
microphones.
Just ask it. Just
It is
ask
better than Taps.
it. Taps. The one with Gregory Hines? Oh, no, Tap.
No, yeah.
There's an S, you dumbass.
Jim, what's your number 4?
My number 4, I'll go. I'll go with somebody else who was on In Living Color.
In Living Color.
I'll go The Last Boy Scout and Damon Wayans.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Do you remember anything of that film except the guy running on the football field and shooting them?
I saw the movie like 3 times in the theater when it came out.
Do you still remember it?
Oh yeah, I remember
Okay.
most of it. Yeah.
Blake, what's your number 4?
I've talked about this movie before, like 100 episodes ago or so. Mm-hmm. It's Spanish Prisoner, one of my favorite lesser-known movies. Steve Martin.
Okay.
So we're going to go out and watch that. See Steve Martin be good.
Yep. Go watch Wild Palms, and then do Steve Martin's Spanish Prisoner.
My number 4 is Jim Carrey, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
That was my number 2.
Really love that. Him and Kate Winslet.
Or maybe, I'm sorry.
That's
it was
my honorable
tied
mention.
for number 2.
There you go.
Now you're learning. Everybody knows that rule, and he does a great job in it. It's the first one that he did seriously. Honorable mention on that was The Majestic.
That's what I was tied at number 2 with. Thanks. I was kind of trying to decide between which Jim Carrey role I wanted, and I thought, oh, Eternal Sunshine. That's that. Oh, fine. I'll tie it with something else. Give me a second here.
My number 3 is Steve Martin in Leap of Faith. Kind of a comedic role, but not much for him. But I really love that role.
It's a comedy.
It's a
Do
comedy.
you think it is?
Yes.
100%.
It's a comedy.
Well, you just wasted your number 3, dumbass.
Do Shop Girl. Do Steve Martin and Shop Girl.
Shop Girl.
Okay, that's good.
I never saw it, so it's not on my list.
The Jerk. That's a documentary.
Yes.
It is.
There you go. Jerk.
Jerk Store called.
Yeah, Jim. They're out of you. Leap of Faith is not a comedy.
Yeah, it is.
Shut up.
Let's vote on. Is Leap of Faith a comedy? Jeff?
Yes.
Blake?
Yes.
Jason?
No.
Jim? Yes. Okay.
Change approved.
Change approved.
Fuck. Blake was number 3.
My number 3, going back a couple decades.
Oh, God, how many obscure shows do you have on this?
This isn't obscure. I mean, if you're a good film person, you know
Decades
this
is
movie.
the 80s. I mean,
It's
hell,
about a simple gardener that gets mistaken to be a genius and political genius and guru. But the truth is, he's just a simple gardener. As Peter Sellers being there.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
You should see it. It's actually
I love
really
Peter
good.
Sellers. I don't think I've
It
ever
is
seen that
really
one.
good.
I haven't really seen it, and this is like making this list was the first time I ever saw it. That I never realized it wasn't a comedy.
Oh, it's awesome. It's not a comedy, but when they start asking him questions, he thinks they're talking about gardening, so he's talking about needing water to grow and flourish, and they're applying his thought to, oh my God, this guy's a genius in regards to like politics and shit.
What's number 3, Jim?
My number 3, I kind of hobied this one.
Okay.
I got Steve Carell in Seeking a Friend for the End of the World.
Oh,
Good movie.
And The Big Short.
I had The Big Short on my honorable mentions.
Never saw The Big Short. I wanted to.
Oh, you should see The Big Short.
Big Short, I highly recommend. It was really good.
I like how everybody was mad about the ending to.
Yeah, Seeking a Friend for the End of the World.
It's in the title.
I can't believe they just killed everybody off and the world ended.
That
It was in the title. It's the title.
They give you the spoiler.
Spoiler alert! It's called.
What's your number 2, Jeff?
Should I give my number 3 first?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. My number 3, I've got Birdman.
Ugh.
Michael Keaton. I was trying to decide between that and Spider-Man: Homecoming, but I decided to go with Birdman because he was the star of that. Although he stole this movie in Spider-Man. But
As
Birdman
Vulture.
is a great movie, regardless of what Jason says.
You just got me all coughing over here, Jeezel.
I thought you were choking, and we're just going to let you choke.
No. Okay,
So my
sorry.
number 2, I had Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind tied with The Majestic, and I'll throw in The Truman Show.
No, you can't do that because that's my number 2.
There you go.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. I love the Truman Show.
Okay.
Well, that's Jeff's number 2.
Well, that's what you get for, that's what you get for throwing off the 2 I wrote.
Truman Show.
Even though I still think The Truman Show is a comedy.
Jim, what's your number 2?
My number 2, I am going to go to Robin Williams. Goodwill Hunting.
Damn
thank
you.
God. Okay.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be tied for Blake's number 1.
Yeah.
Aw.
I mean, that,
Put it on the board.
Do you have other things tied, or was that it?
No, they're both Robin Williams'
I
performances.
didn't know if you were going to
Dead
put
Poets
other
Society
Robin Williams movies.
and
also.
Goodwill Hunting. I actually enjoyed him better in Goodwill Hunting than Matt Damon.
He owned that.
Robin
Yeah.
Williams stole the movie.
What
Yeah.
about Ben Affleck?
Who?
Casey Affleck.
I didn't know if you were going to throw other Robin Williams performances
Cole Hauser
on there
was awesome
too,
in that.
with the
Well, I was going to make
Yeah.
an honorable
Yeah,
mention
he's
for
the
The
other
World
friend.
According to Garth.
The Four Friends.
Fisher King, Insomnia,
Yeah, I don't like
Insomnia.
those. I didn't like those movies.
So that was your
Moscow
number
on
2?
the Hudson.
My number 2.
I didn't like that. It's supposed to be a comedy, but it wasn't funny.
No, it was supposed to be a comedy.
Yeah, so-
Never mind.
so is that
I
serious,
misunderstood it. That's what I thought.
Did you tell
Jumanji? That wasn't funny. Should that
Stop
be?
it. Stop it.
That was an adventure movie.
I love
Oh.
Jumanji. What's your number 2, Blake?
My number 2. I'm surprised nobody else had this, but I really enjoyed Bill Murray in Lost in Translation.
That's because it's my number 1.
It is.
Yeah.
That was
good.
an honorable mention for me.
It's a good choice.
All right.
Good number 1
So
choice.
we'll just steal each other's number 1s.
It's all right. Yeah.
My number 1 is Robin Williams as a creepy, creepy man in 1 Hour Photo.
Yeah,
Yep.
I didn't like that movie.
That movie was weird.
Yeah, it was, but I didn't.
I just liked his role. I thought he did a hell of a job in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number 1 is Robin Williams. Number 2 was Jim Carrey in The Truman Show. Number 1 was yours, Robin Williams, Dead Poets Society, and the other one.
Yeah, that
And the other one.
Yours?
My number 1, got to go with everybody's favorite comedic actor. I mean, he makes awesome films.
Lyle Alzado?
Adam Sandler.
Jack and Jill.
Nope, that wasn't funny. I never saw
But I
it.
don't think it was serious either.
Don Cucino.
I'll go with Reign Over Me. With him and
Oh, yeah.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah. What is your number 1, Jeff?
I mean, it
My
wasn't
number
that
1 is Lost
movie
in
with the
Translation,
remote
Bill
control.
Murray's.
No, it wasn't Click.
No.
Click. What's honorable mentions? Anyone? I had Fox for Any Given Sunday.
I have Mike Myers in Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, yeah.
That was just an okay role. There was nothing special about
Okay,
it.
fine. I'll
You
put
didn't recognize him, though.
Yeah, I did.
Mike Myers in Mystery Alaska.
Yeah, I had Moneyball for, what's his name?
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. I had The Hustler for Jackie Gleason. I had The Big Short for Steve Carell. And Jerry Lewis in The Day the Clown Cried.
I thought about that one. The movie.
Oh, man, I never saw it. That's why I have to put it as an honorable mention.
I've seen. They released 20 minutes of it.
Did they really?
Yeah, it was like 15, 20 minutes, and it is wow. They just, I thought, released it a couple months ago. I forget. They were, like, snippets were out there, and it's bad.
And there were a couple I thought about putting on there, but it's like, okay, they were, I still think, comedies, although they were like off comedies or strange comedies, kind of like Will Ferrell in
Stranger Than Fiction.
but it was still a comedy.
Yeah.
Just a more subtle comedy.
Adam
or
Sandler and Punch Drunk
Adam
Love.
Sandler and Punch Drunk Love. I'll put those as honorable mentions because they're
I thought
better performances from
Jim Carrey,
comedians.
The Truman Show.
Yeah, I'll put that as an honorable mention. Really, you put the Truman Show over the Majestic and Eternal Sunshine.
I love Truman Show. Okay, top 5 listener picks. We had one. Doug had Will Ferrell, Stranger Than Fiction. So there you go. And I think that's it. That's all we have. Let's see here. Bad idea of the week. Number 422. Moving a giant wagon across a glass floor with zombies underneath it. Blake, what do you think?
Sure.
Number 424?
Yeah.
Moving the wagon?
Yes.
And God, it was just such a bad idea. Sorry, I hated that scene.
That whole scene really irritated me because
Why would you
if
do that?
Yeah, but then I understand. Well, like, you know, The Walking Dead, they have to go with the Morgan concept where you make bad decisions or
Yes.
else you have no show.
Correct. So,
That's true. If everybody did the smart thing, there would be no conflict.
They killed them all out. They killed off all the zombies, and society worked again, and it's all good.
have a good day.
Society worked again. Society doesn't work today.
Down the hall.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. It's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Addendum.
Dundum.
Titles for the show.
Yes.
Children's theater, do not listen.
I have prop zombies.
Regretting that email.
I like that one.
Out of sync. Famke Janssen can't turn me off.
Anti-gravity abs.
I do like anti-gravity abs.
Al Pacino in The Scent of Water.
How about just the scent of water?
Or both. Or just that. That's fine.
I have can't unfollow when you're dead. Hit the reset button. Up, 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 down.
That sounds like a secret code.
You also not only get turned on, but you also get 8,000 lives in Contra, so you're in good shape.
You're banging Leah Remedy and you get unlimited lives.
Unlimited Lives in Contra. That's the title.
I'll go for it.
Moving on, so what we got? Up, 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 down.
The Konami code.
Up, down.
That is the thing. Up, up, down, down. Left, left. Right, right.
Up, down, left, right, A,
That's
B, A, B, select, start.
That's right.
You don't have to hit select. Select does
I
nothing.
always play two people.
You have to hit select when you're playing two people to start the game? Is that how
You
it
get
is?
select and it goes to the second person.
Jim has his own devil's triangle.
That's only two people.
I don't get it. I like beer. I like beer.
So I either like the Scent of Water or the up, down, 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 up, down, up, down,
up,
down,
down.
up, down.
Blake?
I think we need to like truth and advertising children's theater. Do not listen. Or regretting that email. Just because
NSFW. Not safe for work.
NSFCT, not safe for children's theater.
Okay, so we're going to regret.
not safe for children's theater.
I would say that, but iTunes does not like periods in their titles.
You don't have to put periods, just capitalize the 5 letters right next to them.
Okay, so regretting that email. Change approved.
All right.